Hey, what's happening? Good one, SirJames coming at you guys with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at some more merchandise found in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I know what you guys are thinking, man, there's been so many things that you probably have seen that you would like to get and are trying to figure out what you want to prioritize over another. Today's video is actually going to be on the short side because we're going to be taking a look at the Black Spire Outfitters. This is a location found inside the marketplace, so meaning that if you're using the entrance by the Splash Mountain, as in you're walking through the Resistance camp, it's actually going to be the very first large building that you run into, or if you're coming in through the main entrance, it's going to be right next to the Ronto Roasters, right across from Sabi's workshop. Now, the Black Spire Outpost is actually going to be the Outfitters is going to be the location if you want outfits based on Rey, the Jedi, and Sith. Again, it's a very small shop and there's not a lot of things in here. And of course, it's easily found because they typically have a mannequin or so right outside their doors. So let's go ahead and get down. Now, they do have a rule here. Do keep this in mind. They have it right next to the robes, is that they mentioned their theme park rules. Meaning that for the adults, you cannot dress up. You could Disney bound, but you can't dress in the costumes that you could buy here, especially the robes. And they also have certain rules for the park where the robes can't drag on the ground. So if you're getting it for your kid who's under the age of 14 that wants to wear it, just make sure you follow the rules and guidelines that Disney has in place for you. So again, that's very important to note here. So item number one, which is pretty popular, and if you guys want a little bit of a closer look in more detail of these things, I do plan on buying the Jedi Set that I will review here on the channel as long as it doesn't sell out. And of course, again, if you want a little bit closer look at some of the other stuff here, I'll put a video link in the description down below. I'll put a couple snippets here and there if I remember to do so you guys could get a little bit more of a closer look. But here we have Rey's vest for $60, and this one seems to be a bit of a popular item, and it's nicely detailed. We also have a top outfit for $50, which is another popular item. Then we have Rey's arm wraps, and this is only $20, so very affordable. Then we have Rey's belt for $50. Then we have this child outfit. At first, I thought this was actually an adult, but it does mention child outfit. I don't know if they have an adult variation of this or not, but this is $80. Next up, we have the Sith Robe for $125, and this is the adult version. The child size robes are going to be $100. Now, for those of you who might be wondering, I am kind of curious about these robes. I don't plan on getting one day one, or I'm not entirely sure if I will get one entirely. But I do know that as far as the robes go, they are 60% polyester and it's 40% wool. The only reason why I'm not sure if I'll be picking up a cloak or a robe in this case is due to the fact in terms of its quality. I feel like you could probably get some better options through like Etsy and so forth. So this is just kind of my personal opinion. You also have the Sith Adult Under Tunic for $70. And this is where I feel like there might be a mistake on this page because based on some of the clips that I've seen, no one's mentioned this except for this site. Because right underneath this, it says Sith Adult Over Tunic for $50. So I think what the mistake is here is that I'm assuming for the $50 price tag that this is the youth version, while the adult version, as we go up here, is $70 because these look exactly the same way, except this is just on a mannequin where it shows you how it's all put together, while this one will show you how it's going to arrive when you do pick it up from the shop. So meaning that the belt is located right here, and then of course you have everything that's basically stitched in together. So I think that's where the mistake is. If there is indeed a over tunic as well, I'll be sure to grab it and mention it in my video that I'll do over the weekend. But again, I'm assuming that this is the youth version while the other one is the adult. And there's a weird plane overhead. Next up is, of course, the Sith belt for $50. Now, do keep a note for the belts. The youth version is $50, while the adult version is $60. Next up, we have the child Sith Robe for $100. Then, of course, we have the Jedi Robe for the adults for $125. And the only robe that's the most expensive that I've seen so far in Galaxy's Edge is Palpatine's. And, of course, that one's a lot different quality material for sure. Next up, we have the Under Tunic for $70. And again, this is where that same mistake is going to come in because they also mention Over Tunic, but I'm assuming that this is the youth version for $50. So again, the kids, $50, adults, $70. Same thing with the belt here. The child version is going to be $50, while the adults are $60. So this site definitely has a lot of mistakes, so hopefully this is making sense. And there are the belts side by side. Now, it's not real leather, so also keep that in mind. Then, of course, we have the child robe for $100. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's a very small shop, not too many things going on here. I will also add a couple things here. For one, there's actually a hidden Mickey on the outfits, which will be actually the clips in the back. So I'll put a little picture up on screen, and also to a sizing chart as well to hopefully help you guys out. But let me know if there's anything here that catches your interest in the comment section down below. As I mentioned before, I definitely want to get a Jedi outfit because the Star Wars convention is actually going to be coming to Anaheim next year, which is basically down the street from me. So I'm looking forward to going to the convention and dressing up. So this might be a good option for me to get started with my cosplay. But again, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys hopefully later on today, where we'll be taking a look at what the First Order will be offering. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next video.